Pack your bags. You guys are coming with me on a 4-day trip as a regional airline pilot. My goal with these videos is to make you guys hopefully interested in aviation or maybe to become a pilot as well. So leave a comment down below if you enjoyed this. One disclaimer is all the footage is taken above 10,000 feet, and if it's on the ground, the engines are off. Really quickly, what I can say, guys, to hope you see you in FS Expo, which is Flight Simulator Expo, which will be on June 12th on 2026 in Minneapolis. I hope to see you guys there. Really cool event. The aircraft will be the CRJ 900, and without further ado, let's go. Okay, so for the first day, we're heading from our base to Nashville, and Nashville over to Montreal. A bit of a rainy day today, so we'll have to get de-iced, but not too many delays getting out today, actually, so it's not too bad. You're joining me on the left-hand side of the aircraft. We're just during our walk-around. We do a walk-around before every single flight. This is the left main gear, looking at the brake pins, make sure there's no hydraulic fluid leaking, make sure everything looks good for the flight. What I'm doing here, guys, is setting up the HCP, the HUD control panel. This will control the symbology that the captain will see on the HUD. Right now I'm setting the elevation of the current runway and our runway length as well. Okay, so this is the CDU. We're in the ACAR section. We're getting our runway takeoff information, and I'm setting for 2 different runways, setting in the winds, setting that it's going to be a wet runway, our takeoff weight as well, and we go ahead and send that off, and that'll come back to us with our V-speeds. Okay, we're in the air now. We had a discussion, should be good enough for belts auto, but as soon as you click that button, you know the turbulence starts. But luckily it actually held up and it was smooth for the rest of the flight until we had to go descend into Nashville. It can get a little boring sometimes, but if you have a good captain to chat with, it's always fun flying with those people that you can connect with. So looks like the weather's going to be a little interesting down there, but shouldn't be too bad for us. On the approach prep into Nashville, getting our landing numbers, put our planned landing weight, runways we expect to use, and also the winds as well. We're going to select if it's a dry runway, wet, snow. We have a bunch of options we can choose from. I believe they're reporting RCC of 6 that day, so we left it on dry and no thrust reverser credit. An hour and 30 in there, we made it to Nashville. A little cold for Nashville. It's about 0 degrees Celsius, so time to start setting up for the next flight to Montreal. Captain's doing the walk around, and I'll be starting the setup process. All right, back in the air, heading to Montreal, about 2 hours en route or so. I want to take this time to say we do actually have a VNAV button in some select CRJs, and I'll have a video showing how it intercepts the path. I've slowed this footage down, but as you guys can see on the left side of the altitude readout, 23,000, we have a white snowflake dropping, and at the top left corner, we have in green, VPath has been captured, and the airplane's going to start descending. However, it is on us to bring the throttle back as we do not have auto throttle in the CRJ. All right, now it kind of gets hard to record all this stuff, but we were supposed to actually lay over in Washington this night. However, with cancellations and other things going around with the weather this day, we actually just stayed in Montreal. So the next day, we headed over from Montreal over to Quebec City. So just a quick Quebec City turn there and back, about 20 minutes each way. Not too bad. Walk around complete. FMS is complete. We're in Quebec City. You can see we're starting to board up for back to Montreal, and then it's back to the hotel. Okay, so we're on our way back to Montreal, and it's been a very nice day today. The visibility is great. You can see it's beautiful outside. Pretty warm, actually, for the conditions that are outside as well. All snow covered as usual out here. But it was a very simple day. 25 minutes to Quebec City, 25 minutes back to Montreal. Is pretty zero hiccups for the most part. So yeah, as you guys can tell on these short flights, it's hard to get footage of what I'm even allowed to show as well. So I hope you're enjoying so far. A major tip I got for my 30-year captain is always put your important stuff in your hat so you don't forget it at the hotel. And this was the day that I was dreading for a while looking at this pairing. It's a 3 a.m. wake up today, 5 a.m. departure from Montreal to Toronto. And then we'll go from Toronto over to Deer Lake, where some interesting stuff happens along the route. So after a nice de-icing in Montreal, we are on our way over to Toronto. The time is around probably 6 o'clock at this point in the morning. The really only good thing about waking up this early is it's very quiet on the radios, and it's no stress as there's not that much traffic. Only thing that'll get in your way is weather. So yeah, beautiful morning to fly, and then from Toronto we go over to Deer Lake after. Okay, just on the desktop now, this is our flight over to Deer Lake, and as you guys can see, I don't think the weather radar does it justice right now. I don't think this is current, but this whole kind of eastern section was all snow here. So we actually ended up holding, and the only reason we were even had enough fuel to hold was because the alternate airport actually changed. We were able to change our alternate airport because a different airport closer by got better with weather. So we were allowed to change our alternate, which bought us a little bit more time And luckily we did about maybe 5 laps in this hole just on the approach course in runway 07 here, and the visibility came up above our quite above actually our minimum approach viz that's required, and we are able to shoot the approach and land. I'll have actually a full story on this on my channel. We'll discuss our decision making that day, which I think went actually pretty well with me and the captain that day. Now, when someone thinks about glamorous jobs and pilots, this is the view you get outside the hotel. Absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna go take a nap now, and it's probably a bad idea because it's another 3 a.m. wake up, but yeah, I'm tired. So we're gonna take a nap and probably wake up and get some food. So we got to the hotel, took a nap, and got really hungry. There's nothing really around, but I did manage to find a Dairy Queen. So went to the Dairy Queen and grabbed a burger that I'm not proud that I ate, but we ate it. This is why you come all the way out to Deer Lake right here. One other 3 a.m. wake up, and this time with a mushroom double Swiss burger from Dairy Queen in your stomach. The weather has not changed. Still snowing. The vision's still good, and the plows did a great job keeping the runway nice and safe for us. So definitely had to get de-iced this morning. We'll go out for the walk around and get on our way back to Montreal. Put the earplugs in, the coat on, and the vest on, and we're outside. You can see this Deer Lake. It looks absolutely amazing. And our wing has quite a bit of ice on it, so we're definitely going to get that de-iced and anti-iced before we go ahead and take off. The airplane's been parked overnight. You can see there's some frost on the fuselage as well. We'll have to get that de-iced so we don't start the engines and get it ingested. So flew back all the way back to Montreal. Time is around 6 Eastern at this point as well. And then we operate one flight to Ottawa from Montreal, then deadhead home. Okay guys, so now we're in Ottawa waiting our deadhead back home. That's the end of the 4-day pairing. A total of 8 flights with 1 deadhead included, so 9 flights total if you count the deadhead. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. A little look into a regional pilot life. To get to the regional airlines, you'll have to obviously get all your pilot licenses, your hour requirements, and then apply to the regional, and then from there you can go ahead and go to the major if that's your goal as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let's board this deadhead home and basically sleep when I get there. If you're new here, please subscribe and join the Discord down in the description. Thanks guys.